Alrighty, guys. So, we're going to go over this Monday night football game, the most disgusting Monday night football game against Denver and Seattle. Um, if you are new to my videos or if you're watching on YouTube, I make posts over on DFS Sports, make posts every day. NBA is coming up as well. You can ask me whatever questions you want, etc., etc., etc. So go check that out. If you want to join the Discord, there is a link down below. It'll be through Patreon. Had a really, 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 really good first day of football, and so did everyone in the Discord. If we take a look, I can just show you guys. So really good there. Just scroll up. Nice day there. Nice day there. That was just showdown lineup. Great day here. That's not someone in here. That's just a Millie winner. Good day here. W's here. This was just tickets. SIPO turned $5 into $1,000. $5 into $1,000. 134 into 300. Just W's all around. I mean, so yeah, it goes on. It goes on. It goes on. So phenomenal day. I'll show you my lineups in a second. I also want to mention, I won't say their name, but from what I understand, someone also turned today into a $50,000 day, but not going to mention their name. I think they want to stay anonymous, but you know who you are. Congrats to you. That is fucking amazing. Um, so happy for you. So yeah. We'll go over my lineups from today. So I did play NASCAR. I cashed in NASCAR, but we'll go over my lineups. So I cashed in all of my double ups. I mainly focus on cash games. If you're playing NFL and you want to build a bankroll, you should be playing cash games. They, in my opinion, are extremely, extremely soft, and I focus on them and I go over them very, very, very in depth in the Discord, etc., etc. I think the edge is still very, very big. Saquon Barkley should have not been below 50%. Um, Pittman only being 77%. Travis Kelce under 50% just absolutely boggles my mind. Just so big, big edge. Jalen Hurts under, well, under 70%. Just big, big edge in cash where I go over all that in I think there's a very big edge. And then my GPP didn't hit. I faded Pittman. That's what killed me. So yeah. The core today, the optimal core that I had was, who was it? Pittman, Saquon Barkley, Randall Cobb. And Christian McCaffrey. So kind of like a 2-2, but I was high on Dotson as well. So that's enough of me talking. We'll go over this showdown slate very, very quickly. So a little bit of a lower over under. I think it's a 44 over under. We'll just go team by team. So yeah. First, let me go over the flex. Russell Wilson, 11.8K, I think makes for probably the safest option on the slate. I think he makes for one of the best options on the slate too when you consider all of the unknowns. Definitely some unknowns with teams, especially with the running back positions. Some with the wide receiver positions as well. So I think Russell Wilson, 11.8K definitely makes for a very good option. Probably going to be a priority for me. Now, Geno Smith is definitely cheaper. I don't think Seattle's defense is really going to be any good this year. So I think both quarterbacks are in play, but we'll go over Seattle in a minute. But Russell Wilson, probably the safest play on the slate. I think he looks pretty good. I'm pretty high on this Denver offense this year as well. Javonte Williams, 10.2K. I think this price tag is just overpriced, especially for a guy that's going to be splitting work with Melvin Gordon. I really don't understand this price. So he's definitely overpriced. I don't like him as much, but I think he's definitely in play for tournaments. He's going to be very low owned, in my opinion, because of that price tag. So very interesting tournament play, but it's not something that I'm going to go out of my way to play Javonte Williams at 10.2K when he's splitting time with Melvin Gordon. We don't really know how much time they're going to split. Last year was like more of a 50-50. I think this year it'll probably be like a 60-40, maybe. I don't think it'll go above. I don't think Javonte Williams is going to get more than 70. So it's always going to be a split. Sutton Judy, I think both at their respective prices look decent. I think Jerry Judy's going to have a very good year this year. Point per dollar, if I had to choose one, it'd probably be Jerry Judy. Probably. But I think both are fine options at their respective prices, but definitely do prefer the little bit of a discount on Jerry Judy. Melvin Gordon 7.4K I think is a little bit overpriced too. If he's going to get 50-50, which I don't think is going to happen, I definitely prefer Melvin to Javonte Williams. But if he's getting like 60-40, 65-35, like if he's only going to get 35 to 40%, 7.4K definitely seems a little overpriced in my opinion. Albert O, I think is a solid option at 5K. Pretty good pass catching tight end. Definitely got an upgrade at quarterback too. So I think Albert O is definitely solid. Broncos D, I actually do have quite a bit of interest here. So I don't think Seattle is going to be a good offense. I don't think they're going to be able to move the ball well. I think Geno Smith is just not good. So I definitely do have interest in the Broncos D, and this is what I tell people. So I'll be more inclined to play a defense when they're going against a team that is going to have to pass more. And I'm expecting Seattle to be down in this game, which means they're going to have to be more pass heavy. And what that allows for a defense to do, that allows for a defense to have a higher ceiling. And what do I mean by that? To have a higher ceiling with a defense, when a team is dropping back more and throwing more passes, that makes it easier for a defense to get sacks. It makes it easier for a defense to get interceptions. It makes it easier for a defense to get pick sixes. It makes it easier for them to get defensive recoveries. So when a team is going to project to be up, and you're playing that defense where the team is projected to be up, and the team that they're going against is projected to be down and throwing the ball a lot more, that defense is just going to project a lot better and have a much, much higher ceiling. So I think the Broncos defense is firmly, firmly in play. KJ Hamler, I do expect to play, so we'll just go over it assuming he's in. 4.4K in an offense that I definitely like. I think he's solid value. And then not really much else stands out for me. Yeah, not much else. I don't really think there's anything else. I guess Mantra. Where is he? I guess if Hamler doesn't play, you can consider Washington at the flat min. I think he'll get some snaps even if Hamler does play. But if Hamler is like limited or out, I think Washington is definitely worth a look at the flat min. So let's go over Seattle. So Geno Smith, 8.6K. Like I said, I don't have much confidence in this offense, but whenever you're going to get a quarterback at sub 9K, you're going to have some interest just because they have a pretty high floor plus a ceiling. Geno Smith can definitely rush the ball a little bit, not a lot, a little bit. So he kind of has a little bit of an extra added floor. But yeah, if he was higher priced, I wouldn't really consider him. But at 8.6K, I definitely think you have to have some interest there. So DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, I think both are in play for tournaments. I don't have a lean on which I like more. I will say DK Metcalf definitely has a higher ceiling, but both of them definitely have a pretty low floor. So every time I played DK last year, he would do terribly. Every time I played Tyler Lockett last year, he would do terribly. So just do the opposite of what I do. I'll let you guys know what I do. Just do the opposite of what I do. But I think both are firmly in play. We're going to have to keep an eye on Kenneth Walker news. It's Kenneth, right? Yeah, Kenneth Walker news. If he does not play, I think that just really solidifies Rashad Penny's role in this team. You know, a guy that was getting good volume at the end of last year, and if Kenneth Walker's out, I would expect that to stay the same. I'd expect him to get usage in the passing game as well. So I think Penny is a good play regardless. And then if Kenneth Walker is out, I would like I would like Penny quite a bit. Noah Fant, 6.2K, another good pass catching tight end. Revenge narrative if you are into that. I definitely don't hate it at this price tag. He's just kind of there for me. The kickers, oh, I forgot to go over Denver kicker. Kicker, always safe option. We saw it tonight. Always going to have a safe option. So yeah, and Jason Myers, kicker on this side, very, very safe option. They're always going to be solid value plays. Probably not going to get to Seattle's defense, but we saw what happened tonight. We saw what happened on Thursday Night Football. Defenses, yes, are always in play, but I definitely do prefer the Denver defense for the reasons that we went over. Kenneth Walker himself at 2.2K if he plays, going to be interesting to see. I would expect him to get what's it called? Passing down work. So gonna have to keep an eye on that. We'll figure it out later. If he doesn't play, if you guys watch the preseason, Travis Homer actually had a pretty good preseason. He can catch passes as well, so he would be interesting. We're just gonna have to monitor that news, and then we'll figure it out later. Anything else stand out? Are there any? Let's look at the depth chart. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, D. Eskridge. D. Eskridge. Where's D? At 1K, we're gonna have to figure out. Right now he's listed as the number 3 wide receiver. I don't know if that's going to be the case. They have Marquise Goodwin as the number 4. I don't know who's going to be the number 3, but if D. Eskridge is the number 3 at 1K, that does seem a little bit too cheap, and he's definitely gonna be firmly in play at that price tag. But at 1K, he doesn't really need to do much, right? He needs like 3 targets, 3 catches, not even 3, like 2 catches for like 20 yards, and he's paying off that price tag. So we're going to have to monitor the news. I'll be all over Twitter before lock trying to figure out who the number 3 wide receiver is. But on the depth chart right now, it is D. Eskridge. And then if Goodwin is the number 3, applies to him as well. So we'll figure that out tomorrow when we get more clarity on that. I haven't found anything yet, so if you guys do see something, please let me know. And I hope you guys had a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.